Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night, and the beer we're going for tonight is from Azvex Brewing Company. It's this one. It is Manna, and Manna is a passion fruit, guava, mango and coconut smoothie sour. It weighs in at 6% ABV, and it really doesn't tell you much about the beer on the can, other than that it contains real fruit and you should store it cold and roll the can gently before opening. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, I don't know what it means by roll, maybe something like so, just to try and distribute the fruit. Because I've had a few smoothie sours that have been very thick, very chunky, and shall we say it, too chunky and left a bit in the bottom of the can. So without further ado, we're going to get this one out into a glass and see what we think. And I'm going to pour into my tiny Rebel glass today. One of the birthday glasses. My days, they were not kidding. It's probably thick. The pour is Jesus Christ on a cross. That is insane. I'm going to leave some in the can. I don't know why. Other than the fact that is more fruit puree than beer. Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I'm not even going to bother holding it up to the light. No, I am. Yeah. Nothing can be seen through it. It is insanely thick. Look. It's nuts. It's coating the glass. It's basically alcoholic fruit smoothie puree. Let's have a whiff. It smells tart. It smells like guava. I'm not getting coconut. Passion fruit maybe, but not mango. Oh, it smells tart. Really tart. Well, I'd like to say bottoms up. I'm slightly... The more if I turn it around that way, hopefully the camera's going to pick it up. It kind of looks like it's split. It's like I made cake batter and it's split. Oh well, bottoms up. Cheers. Wow, that's an experience. The body, well, thick, very, very thick. It's like having semolina pudding. That level of thick. It's the thickest beverage this side of a McDonald's milkshake, when the machine's working, that I think I've ever had. That's insanely thick. It's carbonated. It is. But I'm not really getting it because it's completely and utterly suppressed by the fruit puree that makes up 99% of this beverage. As for flavour, well, it delivers. It is very tart and tangy. Lots of passion fruit, lots of guava. The mango is there. I'm hunting for the coconut. It's got to be in there somewhere. Dear God, that is an experience in itself, that body. Is it too much? I think it might be. I'm almost getting banana in the background. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, this is insane. Look at how it's coating the glass. It's just thick gloop. Wow. That's all I can say. It's tart, it's tangy, it's fruity. Is there a finish to speak of? Yeah, it's kind of puckering, sherbety, really unique. I've never had a beer like it and highly unlikely to ever again. I'm not even sure where to begin. Oh, okay. Definitely one of the most sour beers I've had. So, Scoreboard of Joy Time, the newly revamped, looks at aroma, body, taste, and finish, and bonus points if it does well enough, is going to look something like this. Visually, it's a train wreck in the glass, other than the colour, which is glorious. I don't know why it's focusing on my forehead there. But yeah, it coats the glass and not in a nice lacing way. It just looks like the dregs that you've pulled out of your sink. I like the colour. There's no head to speak of, never really is on a sour anyway. But that's just fruit pulp with a few bubbles, booze, and yeah, not much else. Wow, where do I score this one? This one is really hard to score visually. Like I say, it's a train wreck. But I love the colour, so I'm gonna go down the middle. I'm gonna give it the 0.5. Aroma is pure passion fruit and acidity. I'm not a fan of the aroma. I'm not. I'm gonna go back to it though. Really get my nose in. Yeah, it just smells like tart and tangy. Again, I'm gonna go down the middle. There's things I like, but there's things I don't like. Body. Well, again, this is hard to judge. It's not a beer. It's fruit puree. It doesn't feel nice in the mouth. It doesn't. Wow. I'm really conflicted on this because I like the flavours. And I need to be honest and tell you the truth, as I always do. The body is shocking. It's thick, and normally that's a good thing, but only when it's good body. It's not made up of 99% fruit. I can't say it's got a good mouthfeel. I honestly can't. It's. I'm going to go for a 0 on this one. I'm going to be honest and go for a 0. I would explain, but I don't want to put people off their dinner if they're watching this while they're eating. If you are, why are you watching me? Go and eat your dinner. Anyway, the taste. I like the taste. It is properly pull your ass up to your elbow sour, and it's fruity, and it's tangy, and it's tart. I'm not really getting the coconut unless it's kind of so buried in the background that it's one of those flavours that you'd only really notice it wasn't there when it's not. But I do like it. I'm going to give it a point for the flavour. It's the best sour I've ever had in that sense. In terms of just really getting you at the back of the jaw. The finish. I like my sours to leave me kind of aching and tingling in the jaw, and it does in a big way. And it does leave me wanting another sip for the flavour, not for the drinking experience. But the finish is excellent. I'm going to be honest there and give it a full point. So the Azvex Manor has got 3 out of 5 overall on that. Bonus points. Can it have a full bonus? No, it can't, because it didn't get a full 5 out of 5. Would I buy it again? If it had the flavour and the finish, yes. But for the body, no. I'm going to say no. It is a one and done for me. Value for money. What would I pay for this beer? Well, I didn't buy it. My good lady wife did. She got it for me from the House of Trembling Madness. And I would pay... Or would I be happy? I would be happy to say round about the 6 to 6.50 mark, maybe 7, because of the sheer amount of fruit that's gone in here. Probably enough to stock Tesco's for a month. So I'm going to put a question mark on the value for money and say if it's around about 6.5 quid, 7 quid, I wouldn't be unhappy. So yeah, Azvex Manor, 3 out of 5 from me today. So there we go. What can I say about this beer that I haven't said already? Well, I've already said it. It's unique. Look, it's fruit puree right there on the lip of the can. That needed a bit more of a gentle roll than I gave it. I love the artwork on the can. It's really bright. It doesn't really give any clues as to what kind of mayhem is contained within the can, other than the fact that there's some fruit and it might be a little bit on the thick side. Just, yeah. Maybe that's the point of not telling you. Maybe they leave you to experience it because it is an experience. Yeah, mental. Absolutely mental brew, this. That's all I can say. And we're going to leave it there and say, that's been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them. By now, you got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.